Ladies and gentlemen, let's talk about main attraction. Welcome to the dry down. There's a moment, let's talk about it. There's a moment where fragrances stop being about, enjoying them privately. We always talk about the thing about the structure of having projection and having great fragrances on the skin, but let's talk about how it is to start becoming part of how people remember you. That's one thing about perfume as well. These are fragrances I want to introduce today because at the end of the day, they're not about being loud, they're not about being trendy, but it is about when you show up with consistency, and appropriate smelling of a scent profile, and you have intention. I love those words: consistency, appropriate, and intention. That's what I'll name this one as my key words as the main attraction goes. These are fragrances that I will call main attractions. These are ones that have a fragrance that built in across real life, from work days to dinners, weekends, travel, everything that encompasses us as gentlemen. This is where we wear these fragrances. We turn social settings that could become a great and grand occasion for us. They don't need spotlights. These are fragrances in our collections that many of us have. We know that they don't need a spotlight because they are the reason the spotlight is lingering. They're the reason the spotlight is on you. These are the encapsulation of a main attraction perfume wearer. This capsule, I won't make it about hype. It's going to be about fragrances that help the wearer earn a reputation for smelling exceptional every single day. I want to talk about these like I always do. I want to support it by composition. I want to support it by craft and DNA. And of course, how that quiet confidence can make you the main attraction when wearing these. So if this sounds like the type of content you think you'll enjoy, pull up a seat, pour a glass, and of course, let's enhance. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Dry Down, the lifestyle channel where we as enthusiasts aspire to enhance and elevate our olfactive sensory experiences through understanding of different aromas, facets, and nuances of scent, cigars, and wines. I'm your host, Chris. Welcome to today's wonderful encapsulating experience. We're going to dive into 7 fragrances in my collection that I'm going to build as main attraction, appropriate, consistent, and sexy, commanding finishes, approachable beginnings, fragrances that really appeal to the nose of many around you, setting a reputation for you. First, let's dive right in. I got a list for you that I'm going to talk about with some fragrances that have been around, fragrances that are on the market, fragrances that can lead you to that reputation of smelling your greatest. First, let's talk about the lead-in. This is Noir by Night by the brand Atelier. We've talked about Rouge Soleil. We've talked about and leaned into Lune Feline. Let's talk about the masculine offering from this house that really captivates. I'll give a quick caveat. This is my by far most complimented fragrance in one day that I've ever had. This is a fragrance that captured me throughout a time span of about 8 hours, 12 compliments. Yes, it was a busy day. Office, gym, swimming competition, gas station, law office, real estate office. That day garnered me 12 actual compliments on this projection monster. Now, it is not for everyone. I will state that clearly. I'll give you why. Noir by Night is a balance of warm spices and resinous sweetness, but it has this velvety texture of caviar. The caviar is a selenic style of scent profile that can be off-putting to some. I'm not sure why, but I have heard that as the case profile of why people don't like this. To me, it smells beautiful. It smells natural. It smells very, it leans into velvet darkness without feeling heavy. It leans into refinement without being dramatic. And that's why I actually chose this one through sampling and was very much so taken back and enthralled with it. As you can see, the dent is there. As always, I love these Atelier bottles. They come with that gold flake on the inside. Just look at that transition to the gradient of the bottle. Just a nice one to go on the shelf. But this is a fragrance that is about structure, control. Nothing spikes, nothing comes off too heavy. It's nothing overwhelming. It sits comfortably in a space where people think you smell great without, you don't have to explain yourself or give context. This is one of those signature scents for men that really goes off balsamically rich, has a little bit of, I believe, benzoin resin, a little bit of frankincense smoke, caviar, and very fine tailored woods. It's the great fragrance for day into evening wear, dinner, casual settings, social settings where you want to create that reputation. And it starts building that reputation by being consistently pleasant and composed. That's you. That's Noir by Night. This is a fine fragrance from the brand of Atelier. That's yours. I hope you get your nose on it. It sets the main attraction profile indeed. Next, let's lead into the personality without excess of one of the GOATs. This is African Leather from the brand of Memo Paris, and man, spices lead this fragrance: cardamom, cumin, saffron, but they are very, very sexy and grounded against a soft, warm, buttery soft, sweet leather and woods that feel dry, with a great DNA and tactility that leads you into sexiness. This is a fragrance that has a spice profile that is distinctive, but the base keeps it masculine and wearable. And that's what you want to have in this type of memorable situation, when you want to have main attraction energy, because this one smells intentional, as I love to say, without having that experimental type of scent profile on your skin. This one here to me is a movement. It's not about errands. It's not about just the simple meetings. It's about sexy, casual nights out. People noticing you, people being around you, and it feels confident while not being one of those fragrances that you had to rehearse and try to figure out what's going on. You know, some fragrances, our collection, are super delicate. Some are super cognitive, where you have to think about how the wearing experience is going to go. This is one of those grab and go fragrances that smell very elevated, very sensual, and very compelling. And it complements that start to turn in with this one, because the recognition it gives off in that aura are just phenomenal. This is African Leather, and this is from the brand of Memo Paris, and it is one of the better fragrances. This is their legendary fragrance. So if you want to explore a brand, start here with Memo Paris and start with African Leather. Next, let's lean into Starlight from Xerjoff. Starlight is elegance and warmth. Cardamom, just very, very different take on cardamom spice from Memo Paris. This one here, gentlemen, if you're my age range and you can remember how the scent of Givenchy pie first hit the scene in the 90s, 80s, not 80s, 90s, early 2000s. We were in our college years, some of us, and that fragrance really, really was one of those head turners. We didn't know what it was. A lot of us didn't. It was slightly vanillic. Some felt it was the unisex leaning fragrance. To many of us who started to wear it, we started to see how it was captivating. This is the niche version. This is cardamom, this is cinnamon, this is amber sweetness, but everything is smoothed out. It's very, very rounded. The thing about this one that I love about this as an amber fragrance is that it's luminous. Many of the fragrances in my collection that are amber can be rich, deep, very, everything from church incense to ambers, or church incense ambers, to that really very, very, labdanum driven, depthful, creative ambers. This one here leans more into the vanilla pod. There's a note out here that they're calling vanilla caviar. That's what this leans into. Very, very thick, rich, authentic vanilla, while not going super gourmand. It's sexy and it's comforting. Spice to amber. That's the transition you get on this one. It's seamless too. It smells very rich without being dense. It smells very rich without being sugary. And that's why I love to put this one on this list as a main attraction fragrance. Great for social settings, great for date nights, great for gatherings where the conversation matters. This is a fragrance that has great association to closeness and ease, in my honest opinion, and that reputation is earned through approachability, and that's why you wear Starlight. And this is another one with a great bottle. This one has the Xerjoff X's all around it. And you can see the dent in this one as well. Just a sexy wearing fragrance that just leans into sex appeal. Next, fellas, gentlemen, let's lean into Smoking Hot. This is where the list starts to me to get a little bit darker. Lean into Smoking Hot. This is a blend of tobacco sweetness, warm, sweet tobacco sweetness. Subtle, I would say subtle lean into the gourmand territory because of the tones it takes, but it's something that is, while being a little bit playful, it's not juvenile and it's grounded. When I speak of being grounded and intentionality, these are focus points I love to point you at to give you a sense of what I'm talking about from the masculine side, an adult masculine side fragrance. This is grounded. This is something that you can wear. You can wear it out in social settings. You can wear it out on date night and still feel comfortable in the 40, 35, 45, 50-year-old gentleman style and not feel like you're a juvenile wearing a sexy, playful fragrance. This is one of those scents that really drives into the actual masculinity, slight gourmand leaning. It walks that fine line between indulgent and what I would say grown. Grown is sexy. This is sweetness. It's framed by smoke. It's framed by woods, and it keeps it from drifting into the novelty of fragrances that come out nowadays. To me, this one is about evening wear, evening lounges, creative spaces. This is about the headliner, main attraction, because it has that personality, and that personality is one that involves you. People remember this and will remember your personality because it is that type of a striking fragrance. This is Smoking Hot from the brand of by Kilian. Let's keep diving in. Let's talk about Amouage. Now, Amouage is Amouage. They have great fragrances. This is where commanding territory starts to strike it rich. Royal Tobacco is a dense, resinous, unapologetically sexy, unapologetically structured DNA that is not too dissimilar from the brand of Kilian Smoking Hot. It has its nuances, 50-50 in there. Sweetness, texture, supported by frankincense and woods is the difference here. More ambery depth here, less about the hookah tobacco, but has that licorice inside of it. Very similar in its take on that. The licorice is one of those notes that I've come to find as an aphrodisiac. I'll drop that caveat in there. This is the one that has that approval. It doesn't chase, it has that established presence. It is one that has the materials, which are very, very heavy, but the composition is balanced. And you don't really hear that a lot when you talk about a beast mode fragrance. Balance is very hard to strike in a beast mode fragrance because it has blaring notes. But this one very much so strikes a great even tone. Heavy, yet compositionally balanced. This is sexy as hell. Done by Cecile Zarokian. You know how I love to bring her up because she creates some very phenomenal fragrance. This is an actual award-winning fragrance. This is Amouage Opus 14 Royal Tobacco. It is one of the sexier fragrances. Cooler weather, formal leaning events, formal leaning environments, evenings where you want to have that authority, that aggression, and you want to feel special. This is the main attraction for that type of arena. And that's why it's on this list. Royal Tobacco for the brand of Amouage. Next, let's dive into a fragrance from the house of Dries van Noten. Dries van Noten is a very sexy, the designer, sex appeal, the Danish designer, modern sex appeal of their clothing has translated very, very well into their perfume brand. This is tobacco, and this is tobacco warmth with a great richness and restraint. Golden sweetness. It comes together here in a way that feels tailored, just like their clothing. Very indulgent, very sexy profile. The sweetness in this one is controlled. The tobacco is very, very refined. Not too dissimilar, and that's why I'm bringing them into this main attraction energy. Not too dissimilar from the brands of Amouage Royal Tobacco. It's still in the same vein and DNA as the Smoking Hot, leading into the same vein as Defender from the brand of Boadicea Victorious when I spoke about a video previous to this one. These four fragrances have a similarity, but nothing that strikes a chord as being the same. Perfectly tailored for any situation where you want to go and smelling sexy. Now I'll frame it like this. If you're into rose ouds, you can understand the difference between Oud Satin Mood and Oud Isfahan. It's that similarity when we're talking about the frankincense, tobacco, and licorice when it comes to these fragrances I've introduced to this video. All have a similar structure and build and DNA, but all smell different. You could put them in a room together and all smell like a different person at the same time. That's what I'm trying to say about these particular scent profiles. All four of them, I should say. Dinner parties, cultural events, settings where the style of you matters. The fragrance reads taste. The fragrance reads not trendy. That's what you want in your fragrance, because people just, they don't just compliment this. They trust it. They trust your judgment. They trust the scent profile coming off of this one. This is that gentleman wearing a two-piece suit in the cigar lounge, lighting his cigar with cedar splits instead of a lighter. He's sitting back there in his gray suit, white tie, white shirt. It has been a long, long, tedious day, but the tedious day brought success. And that's exactly what you get here in this particular scent profile from the brand of Dries van Noten. So last on this list, this is a scent, an attar from Amouage, Incense, Rori. I spoke about the first one on the list, gave me the most compliments in 12 actual single compliments in a day. This is one of those fragrances, not too dissimilar. Very much so struck a chord with giving me 8 or 9 fragrance compliments in one day. Very much so unexpected as well. It's not designed for everyone, which really surprised me on that day. It's designed to be an anchor, and that's exactly why I wear this fragrance. And it just, for some reason, it works. It works when you think about deep incense, resins, warmth, cedar. The cedar in this is exceptionally done over a nice, very refined oak moss. and it unfolds so slowly on skin. It doesn't stay close. As an artist, it really projects, and I think that's one of the best things about this. When people are able to smell a fragrance at this great, warm, seductive profile of fragrances over cedar with that oak moss, it smells very masculine. It feels very intentional, and it evolves while still having a flow through of each note over the skin at the same time. So it has the peaks and valleys of the first, the mid, and the base coming up at intentional points throughout the wearing of your skin. How warm your body is, possibly, I'm not sure. But it's one of those fragrances that really commands attention when I wear it. It works because it commands through stillness. It doesn't project super loud, maybe about 3 feet, but it holds that space in a captivating jail cell. Everything about this reads formal, kind of like personal ritual style, but you can wear this in any setting, which is it's surprising enough that this is one that you can wear and create a singular personality reputation for a perfume wearer that loves exquisite perfume. Choose this when you want to go deeper. Choose this when you want your reputation to become deeper. Choose this when you want a great smelling compliment magnet from Amouage. This is Incense Rori. I talked about this one previously before. I'll link up top on the right or the left this card to give you some more insight. But these tars, man, these are simply some of the more sexy fragrances in my collection, and this one does the trick perfectly. This is Incense Rori. Ladies and gentlemen, as always, I hope you guys had some entertainment and education from this particular video. This was about main attractions. To me, personally, main attractions are not about dominance. They are about consistency. Consistency in timing and consistency in discernment. As I stated, these are perfect adjectives to really give you a sense of wearability, consistency, timing, and discernment. That's what creates a main attraction fragrance. Each of these fragrances have been on this list and are placed on this list because the attention that they get is different. All are not rewarded with a certain amount of intentionality. So choose the one that fits you and your personality best. Wear it with thought-provoking intentionality. Wear it to be thoughtful. Match the one that you get here with the setting that you're going into. Let it speak for you. Let this fragrance lead you into a conversation. Let it be a part of something that is an accessory that is exceptional. Let it speak with you, I should say, not for you. Let it speak with you, and let it be that mainstay. And as always, remember, scent is memory, collecting its legacy, and community is culture. And we here at the Dry Down. We are the culture. Until next time, stay balanced, stay bold, and stay blessed. And I will see you guys in the new year. Peace.